Attention family offices and wealth management firms. A major shift has occurred in commercial real estate lending. Traditional banks are tightening underwriting standards, slowing approvals, reducing loan proceeds, and retreating from transitional commercial real estate lending. As a result, many otherwise viable real estate projects are struggling to secure the capital needed to move forward. Yet demand for housing development, multifamily acquisition, and transitional real estate financing continues growing. The issue today is not a lack of projects. The issue is a lack of adaptive capital. That market disconnect has created a significant opportunity for private capital. Family offices, wealth management firms, and institutional fiduciaries serving accredited and high net worth investors can capitalize on this market opportunity. But how? You can talk to Builders Commercial Capital Group, or BCCG, about gaining access to short-term and long-term fixed-income commercial real estate note investment opportunities presented for participation consideration by your firm. BCCG offers commercial mortgage note investment structures with terms generally ranging from approximately 2 years up to 25 years, depending on the nature of the transaction, financing objectives, and overall investment strategy. BCCG is a commercial mortgage banking firm specializing in the origination, underwriting, and private placement of commercial real estate debt investments. We connect family offices, wealth management firms, and accredited investors with carefully structured lending opportunities backed by hard assets and experienced borrowing entities. Our focus includes development projects, multifamily acquisitions, construction financing, built-to-rent communities, and distressed asset repositioning opportunities. In today's environment, developers are increasingly prioritizing certainty of execution over simply obtaining the lowest interest rate. Commercial borrowers want capital partners who can move quickly, structure flexible financing solutions, and adapt to complex transactions. That is where private capital continues outperforming many traditional lending institutions. BCCG originates, underwrites, and syndicates construction, bridge, acquisition, and structured debt opportunities aligned with both borrower objectives and investor risk parameters. Depending on transaction structure and risk profile, investments are generally priced using floating spreads ranging between the 90-day SOFR rate as a baseline and up to 500 basis points over the Wall Street Journal prime rate as a ceiling, meaning that depending on the project and the market, firms can generally expect fixed yields ranging from approximately 5.75% up to 13.75% APY. Each approved loan transaction undergoes comprehensive underwriting due diligence, including financial review, market analysis, borrowing entity review, collateral evaluation, and risk assessment. And depending on the project, capital requirements can easily range from $5 million to $150 million. However, it is through BCCG's loan syndication model, where opportunities are divided into smaller participation interests, known as loan participation notes, or LPNs, typically issued in $500,000 denominations. This allows participating firms to access scalable real estate-backed debt investments while managing position sizing according to their investment objectives and risk tolerance. Importantly, BCCG's origination and underwriting premise revolves around direct participation mortgage note investments. Investors do not purchase equity ownership in BCCG or in the borrowing entity's operating company. Instead, participating investors hold a fractional ownership interest in the underlying commercial mortgage note as secured creditors participating in the transaction. This structure provides direct exposure to real estate-backed debt investments without many of the complexities associated with traditional institutional products. Additionally, BCCG's model does not involve publicly traded REITs, mutual funds, CMBS products, ETFs, or pooled Wall Street securitizations. The focus remains on privately structured real estate note investments, emphasizing transparency, collateral security, and transaction-specific participation. All opportunities are offered exclusively to qualified accredited investors and eligible fiduciary entities pursuant to applicable private placement exemptions under Regulation D of the Securities Act of 1933. BCCG is not a registered broker-dealer or registered investment advisory firm, nor does BCCG represent or imply that it engages in activities requiring such licensing or registration. BCCG currently focuses on 4 primary underwriting models. The first model focuses on short-term development and construction financing for residential communities built for sale. The second model focuses on multifamily and built-to-rent housing developments designed for long-term rental income and stabilization. The third model focuses on newly constructed multifamily acquisitions with stabilized operational performance. The fourth model focuses on distressed multifamily repositioning, renovation, refinancing, and operational turnaround opportunities. Across all 4 underwriting models, BCCG emphasizes disciplined underwriting, secured collateral positions, structured capital deployment, and long-term relationship-driven investing. If you'd like to learn more, the 5 links below will provide additional information. The first link provides immediate access to our short-term development and construction note investment opportunities. The second link provides access to our long-term development and construction investment opportunities for built-to-rent housing opportunities. The third link provides access to our commercial and multifamily acquisition note investment opportunities focused on existing income-producing assets that have been recently built. The fourth link provides access to our commercial multifamily refinancing, repurposing, repositioning, and distressed asset turnaround investment opportunities marketed under our Metropolitan Commercial Capital Group imprint. Each link provides a downloadable PDF brochure featuring common deal scenarios and representative examples of the types of investment opportunities and financing structures BCCG brings to the table within that respective underwriting model. The fifth link takes you to our landing page at www.bccginvesting.com/opportunities, where you can review online versions of the presentation materials and complete a simple opt-in registration form to register with BCCG as a prospective on-call mortgage note participant. The registration form is intended to help us better understand your firm's geographic preferences, investment capacity, participation parameters, targeted returns, and interest across the various project, property, and transaction types originated through BCCG. As soon as we receive your completed form, a member of our investor relations team will contact you to discuss the investment opportunities that best align with the specifications and preferences identified in your submission, helping ensure your firm receives consistent apples-to-apples deal flow tailored to your investment criteria. As commercial real estate financing continues evolving, institutional and private investors are increasingly recognizing the value of flexible, real estate-backed credit opportunities, supported by experienced operators and disciplined underwriting practices. That's why BCCG evolved beyond the traditional mortgage broker model and adopted a more institutional commercial mortgage banking approach. In many cases, mortgage brokers act primarily as intermediaries, submitting transactions to outside lenders while maintaining limited or no control over underwriting decisions, credit structure, pricing, approval timelines, or overall execution. As a result, borrowers and investors are often exposed to delayed responses, shifting lending terms, fragmented communication, failed closings, and uncertainty throughout the financing process. BCCG's mortgage banking model was designed to create greater continuity, transaction oversight, and execution-focused coordination throughout the life cycle of each opportunity. By maintaining deeper involvement in the origination, underwriting, structuring, syndication, and capital placement process, BCCG is able to provide a more organized, responsive, and relationship-driven approach to commercial real estate finance. Now, BCCG is better positioned to serve both borrowers and investors alike through a more structured, execution-focused, and relationship-driven commercial mortgage banking platform. At BCCG, our objective is straightforward: to provide family offices, wealth management firms, and accredited investors with access to carefully structured commercial real estate investment opportunities designed around execution, flexibility, risk management, and long-term partnership. We welcome the opportunity to connect with you and your team. We look forward to working with you.